be that marksman, because I feel that, you know, if you're a J team, you can put X1 on a Tristana and, you know, never go punished.
Yeah, I feel like Tristana would be a really good scaling pick here for X1, especially with a Rakan.
Oh, wow.
I feel like a Rakan just kind of enables that aggressive playstyle a little bit more and gives Tristana, you know, a lot more leeway in the early game. But you know, it remains to be seen, because it does seem like they're leaving that final AD's like Dragon Laner pick for the last. And they want to see first what Fennel are going to pick up.
Perfect.
And a Sivir is really good here for Danny.
This is a perfect composition if you are to ask me for Fennel. Right? Like, they have 3 power picks in the Sivir or in Aatrox. Whenever they decide to have a team fight, if all their ultimates are available, it's so easy for them to execute and rush them down, basically. That's the goal. And they are going to top it all off with a Chazix. Wow, okay.
Oh, yeah.
So this is going to be Fennel saying that, hey, you know what, we are to use all our best picks possible against J team. That if ever that this will be the last game of Fennel for the year 2023, at least they were able to use all their quote-unquote trademark picks. Now Irelia is going to be the surprise pick here by JT.
So Irelia in the mid lane, most likely. Yeah, against a Zoe. Now that can lead to some problems for Soldier in the early game, but if he's able to, you know, call CF17 over, get that gank over onto Helios, gap him a little bit, that, you know, it really becomes very scary as the game goes on.
Exactly. One of the champions that, if allowed to scale well into the late game, will have very big potential. One of the champions that does have an AoE stun, you know, the Equilibrium Strike, basically, or the Flawless Duet. Equilibrium Strike is from long ago, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's called Flawless Duet now, guys. So that's the old.
Now you're showing your age.
Yeah, because I used to main the old WRL. Yeah, there was one time in my life that in the span of like 2 consecutive weeks that I'm playing just one champion, and that was the Irelia back in the day.
Hey, man.
Yeah, but
I played like one champion for how long? For 5 straight years.
And that
was Udyr, just straight up an
Udyr
main for like D Gates, man. I'm still sad that he's not in Wild Rift yet, but when he does get in there, you know that I'm gonna be spamming that in rank, no matter how good he is.
I think he's going to be very strong, similar to how Hecarim is here in Wild Rift. That I feel that, you know, Wild Rift is technically built for the Hecarim. You know, enough mobility, does have AoE damage, and is also very tanky. You know, all those bruiser builds. It's definitely going to benefit, you know, all the fast champions that we have in the game. So Udyr definitely going to be a very big champion to see if that ever shows up by the year of 2024.
Fingers crossed, right? Please. I would love it, personally. But yeah, bring Gates to Wild Rift. But right now, we can see J-Team, they are having a little bit of a slightly rough time against Danny, because Sivir just does a lot of very safe poke from a distance. And Arisen being really aggressive with that headbutt, going right in, but DY says, you know what, I'm going to go entrance here, and we're going to actually get the first blood onto Danny. The target focus from J-Team is impeccable, and they did not respect the Corki burst that can come even from level 2.
J-Team is really a very strong team, especially here in the bottom lane, right? They know what to do at any given moment. Now Spelt is going to get dove here by CF17.
Yep, and one after the other, the table seem to turn here for the side of J-Team. They are just giving everything that they got, but DY may have stayed a little bit too long there. At least there's a little bit of a revenge kill for Fennel. Great catch there by Arisen and Danny.
The top side is pretty much a disaster at this point. Arise, and can they do it against X1?
Yeah, they will go for it. Chaz trying to get the kill for himself, but it will be given over to Danny. And they perfectly juggle the aggro so that Arisen doesn't die, Chaz doesn't die, and they're able to get some plates here. A great start of a comeback here in the bot lane for Fennel.
Exactly, and unlocking the first kill on towards the Kha'Zix is definitely going to be a positive point. So it's a tale of two, I would say, two sides. Because we look into this engage by Fennel. Last possible second, DY got interrupted, and basically that's the worst possible way to exit, or to you know, the worst thing that could happen to you as a Rakan. There's no one to battle dance to, and basically still, you know, very squishy at that point. CF17 level 5.
He's looking for at least one Dragon's Rage here. He's going to be going on to Risen. But no, he actually is able to get out of the way, but not quite fast enough because Soldier was there. A 4-man dive onto the bot lane. Turret will net them 1 kill. And Fennel was not fast enough to actually respond.
Yeah, but that's just 1 kill. No tower plate whatsoever. They can still do it though. However, you know, Sivir is one of the best, if not the best marksman when it comes to wave here.
CF17? Almost got caught by Chaz. The isolation from Kha'Zix, incredibly strong. Lots of damage. There's Sleepy Trouble Bubble to kind of
boomerang
a little bit. CF17 just hang on for dear life by that boomerang blade, but at least Daddy was able to get that kill. Here's Call of Force God. Swing and a miss! Arisen was not able to actually finish that off. Chaz, can he at least smite him down? No, it will be Danny who gets that kill. Another kill for Danny, and now the Sivir is getting pretty fed. Soldier will take Chaz down there, but Danny is alive and unharmed.
That's 2 ganks in a row here in the bottom lane. They really want to play around Danny.
No, he's gonna get harmed! As the exhaust comes out, Soldier just trying to delay that back, tried to get that kill, but Danny was a little bit too quick on the trigger there.
Yeah, special, by the way, just saving his life right then and there. And we'll look into this replay once again. Now that caught off. By the way, this is what really is confusing. Oh, okay, that's Horizon just missing his mark. But I don't think, you know, that was really a big problem because he was still able to take the aggro for himself. The positive point for JT is a shutdown kill on towards the Kha'Zix was handed over to the Irelia, which is Soldier, which is definitely one of the win conditions by J-Team as well. We did talk about, you know, Irelia as being one of the best late game champions in the game. And so far, so good for her.
So far, so good so far for Soldier. And, you know, having Soldier perform as well, Helios really hasn't been able to be part of these kills, is really going to benefit J-Team as the game goes on, because he's going to be able to dive in onto those squishier targets. You know, Danny and Helios have to be very wary of where that Irelia is and their positioning in regarding to her. Maybe even pop the on the hunt to get away from the Irelia diving in.
Yeah, are you seeing this, G10? 4-1-1 for Danny. He is above in gold against one of the best dragon laners that we have from the CN conference. X1 does have the package though.
He does have the package, and it's going to be a dragon fight here. Arisen might have bitten off a little bit more than he could chew there. He's the one who's going to get a rat entrance, and he's the one who's going to be focused on. There's no Call of Forge God available now for Fennel, and they're 1 man down. So, can they actually fight this Drake, or will Chaz just try to jump in and steal it? Actually going to go on to Soldier, but the stun off to Chaz. That's going to be a bug that's stomped on right there. The cockroach has been eliminated.
Spells!
But Spells coming in real clutch there. Gets 1 kill. He's in the world ender mode, but so is SDY. He's in dominance, and he's going to go on to Daddy. Daddy has to flash out, and he will live, but just barely. At least that drag has been stopped. Soldier very low, has to back out. Helios now trying to get a little bit of getting into this fight as he does get a sleeping trouble bubble. Misses the Battlestar though. Spells is in there like swimwear. He's in the mix, but he's going to get taken out of the mix by X1.
Right, okay, that's a wide miss by Helios, and that may have just won it for JT, but it's not yet over. DY.
It really isn't, because DY is back in the fight, and he's going to find Arisen once again. The Ornn cannot do anything when he's CC chained like that. And they're still going to go on to SCY there. Okay, at least the Kha'Zix W was able to secure that. It really looked dicey there, but it's going to look even dicier because DY has found a catch once again onto Helios. Danny now in a lot of danger as Soldier just shreds his health bar, uses the ultimate to finish him off, but Spells and Chaz are there as well. Can Chaz actually get out of here? He jumps out. He's going to use the blast code to get at least a little bit of distance. Can he actually evade J Team. They know he's there, and the Rift Herald is going to be there. This is just a non-stop fight. There's a call of the Forge God once again, and it will at least be the Rift Herald secured by J Team. And whew, that was just like a minute of non-stop fighting.
Yeah, it was a very long skirmish between the two teams, but in the end, J Team was still able to bag whatever they wanted in this Wild Rift map. You're seeing, you know, two objectives heading over to them. Breaks of the game, I would say, and again, you know, just being able to recognize what to do at any given moment. You have to give credit on towards the, you know, on towards their support. DY has been on a tear in making things happen for J Team, regardless of the advantage that Danny and company was able to get in the bot lane.
Yeah, because DY, whenever he gets back in the lane, he just immediately goes for that grand entrance. Even if he has a quickness, goes for the quickness, trying to pick off anybody. But speaking of getting picked off, there is a Dominus in CF17 with the Dragon's Rage. Spells will not be able to take all of that damage as he falls to another guy there in the top lane.
Yeah, it's the best and easiest to execute combo, two-man combo on the top side, rather, especially if you are the Renekton. You only have to do one thing, and that's to lock down the opponent, and the Lee Sin will do the rest. Now here in the bottom lane, Chaz and Danny won't be able to find the kill against X1. Meanwhile, on the top side, the first tower has been broken here by J Team, and that's, you know, another advantage to them.
Oh, X1 once again getting picked on by Danny. At this point, the Sivir is going to be the saving grace for Fennel. As you know, he's just got incredibly fed, especially against X1, who did pick up that 40, which we really thought was going to be going into the mid lane, but it does seem like he's not having a good time here.
Yeah, it's not his best champion. It's not his best performance so far. And again, one of the things that you have to consider when playing the 40 is, yeah, sure, your package is a very big tool to use when it comes to team fighting, but you also put yourself in a very bad position. Now, X1, by the way, this is Chaz just showing that his senses is just out of this world. He had no vision, so he had zero reason to do what he did. Like, he used his Void Assault to go into the bush, but that's his genius, that's his mechanics on the Kha'Zix.
Yeah, he just got in, but unfortunately his mechanics and his instincts will not be able to save him from 3 men just laying on the burst, because at the end of the day, Kha'Zix is still a very squishy champion.
Got splatted, and now DY. Oh no!
Yeah, DY a little bit more, I think, could have been done there by Fennel, but CF17 will be exhausted. Danny's able to get out of there. Soldier's now in the mix. He will be able to get the stun out there, the Arisen, but they are just trying to put a lot of pressure so they can take that tower. Helios has not really been present in these fights. He's always been a little bit late, and that Zoe really needs to step up to try to get into those fights. But speaking of fights, once again, Feltz onto SCY.
No
this time Chaz is trying to make his way downtown, as Feltz and SCY are still duking it out. Actually, SCY just running away. Just straight up running away from Spelts.
And SCY did not even bother flashing in return of the flash that was invested by Spelts. Just recognizing that there is no way that this Aatrox will be able to kill the Renekton, especially without the Umbral Chains that will pull him back. And yeah, what a statement here by J Team. They're still in the lead, even though X1 is not, you know, up to par or up to his standards. By the way, ZY is going to get a rest on here, but again, having that flash earlier did save his life.
Yeah, it really did. But speaking of life saving, I feel like Fennel can use a little bit of life saving on their own. They're trying to do the same thing that J Team is doing in the bot lane, and putting a lot of pressure onto this top lane right now. SCY gonna be the first one to go in there, but as soon as they see DY, it's a retreat. They had to pop the on the hunt to get out of there safely, as X1 and DY are trying to go for them. Oh god, from the backside, Helios actually once again a little bit late to the fight, and he will be picked off immediately, but CF17 was picked off by Chaz there as well. Now Soldier going crazy onto the members of Fennel, already gotten a couple of kills himself, so that'll be a 3-for-1 exchange in favor of JT.
That was so quick, and again, Helios did have zero contribution. He got caught out of position by Soldier, and I believe that was CF17 as well, helping Soldier getting that assassination on towards the mid laner. And now another positive point for J Team. They're setting their sights over towards the Infernal Dragon, and Chess is here though, so there's still a potential contest. Can he do it?
Yep. not quite a contest as he's a little bit too far in X1 DY. They're just guarding that blast cone. They did go for the Void Assault, but he's facing a lot of damage just trying to get into that pit with all the poke that X1 is laying down.
Oh, okay.
But that dive once again. What will be... Actually, that wasn't a dive. He's just trying to take the tower. And Danny Spelts were there to deny that tower.
Are they going for a Baron? Okay, so this is a 12-minute Baron and immediately got scouted here by CF17. If they get ahead of CF17, sure, this Dragon or this Baron could be on the Fennel side. Oh!
Speaking of CF17, he gets knocked up, has to flash out, call the Forge God coming in, and won't even be reaching the horn. He was running too far away, Arisen was, and the Spelts has to run away as well. On the Hunt has been popped, and they will get out of there safely. But J-Team, you can see how aggressive they are. They're going to go for that 12-minute Baron right now.
Yeah.
Can Fennel actually go for the big contest? Yes, they're trying to. With Spelt already in there. They've taken out CF17. Can they get Chaz in there? Can they get the smite? Who's actually got it? The kill onto...
Fennel got it!
It was Daddy! Let's go! Fennel got it! They did have the big capitalization. The greed from J-Team to go for that Baron.
Yeah, they saw Chaz on the bot lane, and immediately their response was to basically take down the Baron, but they did not respect the Zoe. You cannot do that against the Zoe. And, one immediate burst now, Fennel is in the lead, and they're taking down towers one by one.
Oh, let's go. Fennel have turned this game quite around.
Wait, Danny!
With his dominance coming in. Danny got caught out very hard there, and now Helios
Chaz
but Chaz going for the assassination onto X1. Now onto DY. Can't get the isolation damage when SDY is right next to him, and that means that the bug will be squashed. At least he takes the Rakan down with him, and that is still at least an inhibitor turret for Fennel.
And now is a 5k goal lead in the favor of Fennel. Now Fennel can slow things down, can deny the Soul, iSoul, to join the members of J-Team. And again, we have to remind everybody, if there is a team that has something to lose, it is J-Team. If they end up losing at least one game against Fennel, it's not going to help their cause in securing the playoffs. And again, this is Chaz in his element, right? Like, how many times have we seen this guy pop off over and over again on the Kazakhs? And now that Helios tag team is always a delight to see. Now Fennel, with the Baron buff expiring, at least that was something big for them. You look at that swing, the goal difference just basically went to the side of Fennel.
Yeah, what a huge swing.
SDY.
Now, Spells going to go aggress onto SDY, ball on the backside. Danny immediately taken out of the fight. Now Helios as well gets taken down by the soldier. He's just going rat-tat-tat. But can Spells and Chaz actually make out of this? A triple knockup onto the members of Fennel. But will it be enough? It's not, because CF17, it just goes down along with Soldier. Now DY, last man standing, running away from the Aatrox. They could just go for the end here against DY. They have Chaz, they have Arisen, and Spells is going to be coming in along with that minion wave. DY has to pull off something amazing to be able to defend, because the death timers are very long still. They're just going to go on to DY. Chaz actually jumps over him, just focuses on that Nexus, focus on getting the W here, and that's going to be game number 3 where we're going. Fennel take the game, second game.
Wow, Fennel playing spoilers today, G10.